Hey, this is Fate 212, and I'm Nafka, and today I wanted to do a little bit more Dark Eldar tactics. More specifically, I wanted to talk about what many people consider to be a little bit more in the cheesy, list type, unit type, and that is when you take Eldars as allies. And this is, I mean, it's well known that this is out there. With the Harlequins, the Farseer, and basically casting Fortune and attaching the Archons to the Eldar unit of Harlequins, basically so that you get a 2+ invul save with a reroll. And um, and that's fine. I mean, people are fielding this across everywhere. I just realized that it is a hardcore list, and that if you are fielding it in a friendly game, make sure that your opponent is also aware of that, and that you guys are on the same page. So, but this is what I came up with as far as this type of a unit. My buddy and I stayed up really late one night talking about the failures that he had been having with this type of a unit. Mainly that people were coming from the sides, it was getting flamed, the unit was really getting vaped from many different directions. So what we did is we came up with what I call the Talon. And this is, obviously it's above 2,000 points because we're fielding 2 force organizations and 3 archons. Okay? So this is one of my Talon members. And you can notice that there is a blaster involved, along with his husk blade and soul trap. So anyway, this is one wing of my Talon that I've been fielding. This is Vect. I've been fielding Vect mostly because I got down to point analysis, and instead of fielding an Agonizer, I felt that a always wound on a 3+ power weapon was very effective for this type of a unit. Not to mention you get preferred enemy, and you get a 4+ Cs. The effectiveness of Vect, of course, he's 240 points. You can easily downgrade this part of my Talon to an Archon with an Agonizer, and I've done it that way many times as well. But anyway, I was fielding Vect. And then the other aspect of it was my Archon with a Gin Blade, obviously with a blaster as well. Now, Archons with blasters, obviously, ballistic skill 7, it's pretty powerful. This guy gets a ridiculous number of attacks on the charge with the Gin Blade. Of course, it can strike you as well, but hey, with the double rerolls, I mean, you're Dark Eldar. Let's live dangerous, huh? So, I want to show you kind of the setup for the Talon. Now, the Talon is meant to advance across the board. Here it is. Across the board in this kind of a formation. Now, what this does, obviously, there we go. The reason for it is because you're able to protect coming in from all the different angles as you advance across the board, so that you are always getting that 2+, no matter which angle your opponent is shooting from or coming at you from. You always have an Archon that is able to absorb those shots. Now, that gives you the 2+ reroll, the 2+ shadow field with the 2+. Now, of course, you'll be taking some lookout serves, and when you do, take that percentage of shots coming in and spread them out into your Harlequins. Now, in this particular group right here, I do not have this guy, the Shadow Seer, although he is quite valuable as well. I shaved him out of a couple points, but more than likely he will make your list and be part of this unit. So, but anyhow, so this is pretty much how I do it. Now, this way I do have an AP2 weapon to fight Terminators. I have these 2 guys to take care of the mobs. And to take care of vehicles, I give each Archon a Haywire Grenades, and I have 2 blasters. Now, you also have the option of fusion blasters as well, which works great. And you also have, obviously you have the Witchblade for the Farseer. And that allows you to break, to really break heavy armor period. So that is pretty much the list, the unit. And the idea is that they move across the board as quickly as humanly possible, running every round. Don't sit back and shoot. You only have the heavy guns for when you need them. Okay, so the idea is to get these guys in close combat. And hopefully you've got enough splinter cannon fire in the background and enough anti-tank stuff in the background to keep your opponent busy so that they're not focusing on this, which they normally don't, which is amazing. And when they do, well, the rest of your army is doing really well. So anyhow, to get across the board and to prevent this type of a unit from getting really ransacked from the rear, what I generally do is I generally go moving flat out. I will move raiders in like this. Now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to prevent people from getting into this unit by using my raiders. And at the same time, if you notice, my raider is closest to my Archon. Closest to my Archon. Because raiders like to explode. And when they do, I only want them to hit my Archon because my Archon can absorb the blast. These guys can absorb a little bit, but really a 5+ invul, even with a reroll, is not that exciting. If you have the Farseer in here, from shooting, of course, that's not the Farseer, the Shadow Seer, it will also really help absorb some shots, especially if you are using raiders at the front, as such, to give your units cover saves. Like for instance, if this was the front of your opponent where you're really worried, and most of the shooting is coming in from this way, you can use your raiders to really give a cover save, and then of course you have stealth and shrouded, which gives you a really exceptional cover save on this unit that you're giving yourself. You don't have to rely on the board to give you the cover that you need. And I'm a very big proponent of that, of you not letting the board dictate. Because tournament-wise, a lot of tournaments are still not letting you set up your own terrain using the way the rules do it. They're still setting up your boards, and oftentimes, you get terrain screwed in tournaments. So I'm a big proponent of taking charge of that, and so that you don't have to rely upon terrain. So anyhow, this is kind of showing you what I'm doing with this unit, and also again, hey, once again, how to use your raiders. So the raiders are great. I love using my raiders for very specific reasons besides the gun so that most people tend to use them for. So anyhow, this is Fate 212 and I'm Nafka, and I hope I covered this well. I think did I miss anything? Let's see, haywire grenade stash. No, I think I got it all. So anyway, that's pretty much it. This is my my Eldar or my Archon Talon unit or formation, and that's it for now. I'll be talking to you later.